Okay, so how old was she when you were
I think
born?
15 going on 16, 16.
15. So she was a young mom.
Yeah.
His kids look like him.
If that ain't Blue and Roomy and Sir, if that ain't the other 4 kids Jay-Z got in Connecticut, did he have to pay off?
Be doing so much and running, and it just really dawned on me. It's the man that my mom was underage when she consumed me. Anyone who'd have been older. My mom always told me. My mom always gave me a hint that my father wasn't my father, and she told me exactly who my father was. I was a kid, so I really can't go into further details because I was young at the time. But as I got older, as I got to 8, 9, 10, 11, and my mom continued to say the same name. It was never no other name except for my father and the person she believed who my father was.
So Jay-Z's alleged secret son, Rymir Satterthwaite, just dropped some serious bombshells in his recent interview with Tasha K. And he's out here spilling tea that makes you question just how far Jay is willing to go to keep his image clean. According to Rymir, it's not just about avoiding a paternity test anymore. It's about alleged threats, intimidation, and even attempts on his life. Rymir claims that not only has Jay-Z used his power and influence to block him from getting a fair shot in court, but he says his family was stalked, intimidated, and followed for years. And as if that wasn't enough, Rymir himself says he's been shortly after he went public with his story and exposed Jay-Z and his lawyers for taking advantage of the legal system. And keep in mind that Rymir didn't just pop up yesterday with these claims. He's been fighting this legal battle for over a decade, trying to get the courts to treat him like any other citizen and give him a fair chance to argue his case. But it seemed like every time Rymir got close to making progress, the doors mysteriously closed, records disappeared, and people around him went silent. Now you already know that Tasha K didn't hold back in her interview, and she pushed for details about how the alleged intimidation went down. So what exactly did Rymir reveal about this case and how his family's safety was put at risk? Did Jay-Z really try to silence a young man who could be his own flesh and blood? Let's break it down.
This was never about me. This is way bigger than me. I don't care about no money or none of that. I'm still gonna be great. Still gonna live for me and my kids, but I should be able to go in court and get a fair due process without them playing with my name and everybody, Jay-Z son, and okay, if that's my dad, that's my dad. Like, if you don't want no relationship, I understand that. But don't just have us going to court and acting like you don't know what's going on.
Rymir Satterthwaite, the man who claims to be Jay-Z's secret son, has been fighting for his legal rights for years, but the journey has been anything but smooth. According to Rymir, this isn't just a simple case of avoiding a DNA test. He's accusing one of the most powerful men in music of using his influence to shut down the case at every turn, using everything from legal roadblocks to alleged intimidation tactics. Rymir's battle started when he was a teenager, after his mother Wanda, who is now deceased, told him she had a fling with Jay-Z in the early 1990s. Since then, Rymir has been trying to get the courts to force the rap mogul to take a paternity test, but the case has been dismissed multiple times, and Rymir believes that Jay-Z's legal team and deep industry connections are behind the lack of progress. Despite all the setbacks, Rymir refuses to stay silent. He's been outspoken about the emotional toll this fight has taken on him, describing how the lack of acknowledgement has affected his sense of identity and his future. But that's not all. Word on the street is that Jay-Z has been dodging a paternity test because Rymir's mom was allegedly just 15 or 16 years old when she had a short fling with him. Here's a little backstory. Back in 2015, the National Enquirer broke the news that Rymir Satterthwaite had filed a paternity test against Jay-Z. In December 2014, Rymir, with the help of his godmother and legal guardian, Lily Coley, took Jay-Z to court, and they claimed Jay had an affair with Rymir's late mother, Wanda, in the early 90s. But here's where it gets messy. Rymir's godmother, Lily, who's also a paralegal, says Jay-Z and his lawyer, Lisa Fisher, allegedly brought fake and fraudulent information to the court, and because of that, the case ended up getting dismissed. Now, Jay-Z might have managed to dodge DNA tests for years, but Rymir hasn't let up on his fight to prove he's Jay's son. Back in 2018, The Sun reported that Rymir filed new court papers accusing Jay-Z of using his money and influence to avoid taking a paternity test for over 8 years. And honestly, this is where things get shady. Rymir's requests kept getting shut down in court, with the judge reportedly being told that Rymir's biological father had already been identified, but The Sun got a copy of Rymir's birth certificate and there was no father listed on it. But here's where it gets even messier. Court documents revealed that that some people on Rymir's own legal team were secretly working with Jay-Z's lawyers behind the scenes. In an exclusive interview with The Sun, Rymir explained that he's been denied the right to a fair hearing in court because of legal mistakes and shady malpractice. Jay-Z is supposed to be a positive role model for our community. He stands there screaming Black Lives Matter. Well, tell the truth and take responsibility, Rymir said. And if you say I'm not your son and nothing ever happened with my mom, then just take the test. Rymir also told The Sun that his mom Wanda first told him about Jay-Z being his dad when he was around 8 years old. And according to Wanda, she and Jay hooked up in 1992 at his aunt's apartment in the Brooklyn projects. She said they used protection, but it failed. And after that, she never saw or heard from Jay again with no way to reach him. But things get even more complicated later. Wanda's live-in boyfriend, Robert Graves, was initially listed as Rymir's father on his birth certificate. But then in 2011, a DNA test confirmed that Graves wasn't the father, and his name was removed. In the meantime, Wanda's health deteriorated, and Rymir's godmother, Lily Coley, was granted custody of him. And Lily, who has always believed Jay-Z as Rymir's father, told The Sun that Wanda became pregnant shortly after meeting Jay when she was just 15 or 16 years old. But it doesn't stop there. According to a 2018 lawsuit filed in Philadelphia, Jay-Z's lawyer allegedly made Wanda sign legal papers while she was hospitalized and recovering from a medicated coma. These papers reportedly replaced Lily's name on the petition without her consent, leading to the case being dismissed once again. Rymir's family described the situation as corrupt and deeply hurtful, saying they'd never seen anything like it. As for Jay-Z, he's never publicly addressed Rymir's claims, and while reporters have repeatedly reached out to his legal team, they've stayed silent on the matter. But then things took a scary turn when Rymir and Lily appeared on the Hip Hop News Uncensored podcast and dropped a shocking revelation that Rymir was after filing charges against Jay-Z.
That Rymir was shot at. Damn. Somewhere in September. He was in a parking lot with other people near where he's at living now. And out of all the cars there, his was the only one shot up. So we believe that was a nexus or a connection, I believe, between the case and what's going on because it was around the time.
Lily also revealed that after Rymir filed his lawsuit, random strangers started showing up at her door, clearly trying to intimidate her. And she also said this case isn't just about Jay-Z, it's about standing up to a system that only protects the rich and powerful.
In addition to that, we've had people come to my home in the past, driving on the grass. We have people knocking on the door at 4 o'clock in the morning. We've been through all of it, mostly around the filing time. So this is a bigger picture than this. We want to try to make a difference with the Pro Se Act or the Legal Act, bringing new legislation and trying to sit down at the table with the lawmakers to make a difference. In addition to the fact, because, like you said before, Mr. Carter might not never do anything, and I'm sure he probably won't, but it ain't about him. This is about the system allowing things to happen that were very agreed and put our lives at stake in some regards. So I just wanted to say that's what another reason why we were still going to the criminal stuff for the second time. This time the prosecutor's office locally did get involved, but everything is slow moving and things are happening, and it's corruption going on. As in New Jersey, that if the person who resists to take the test is presumed the father, that's what the law says. Here in New Jersey, anybody who don't want to do it and go away from doing it or prevents from doing it is presumed the father. So right now, he's presumed the father. He's not even alleged.
But just when it seemed like Jay-Z had managed to bury this whole situation, Rymir is back with a new lawsuit, this time targeting the New Jersey court system and several judges. He's accusing them of conspiring with Jay-Z for over a decade to dismiss cases related to his paternity, inheritance, and alleged misuse of the legal system. In the court documents filed by Rymir and his godmother Lily, they claim Jay-Z lied under oath, saying he didn't own property in New Jersey. This led the court to believe they didn't have jurisdiction over him, but they say they've got property deeds and tax records with Jay-Z's name on them to prove otherwise. And while Jay-Z isn't officially listed as a defendant in this case, his name pops up multiple times in the filing, which also accuses 6 judges of conspiring with Party Carter to get the case tossed out. The filing also mentions that Rymir's car was shot at by unknown individuals after he started speaking out about the injustices he faced while trying to get a fair chance in court. Besides that, Rymir and his godmother Lily also claimed in their filing that unknown people started following them around their neighborhood and even driving into their lawn at 4 a.m., and they said they believe these intimidation tactics were orchestrated by Jay-Z's team. So now Rymir and Lily are suing the court system and judges involved, accusing them of violating their constitutional rights. They argue that these actions have blocked Rymir from getting the closure he's been seeking about his paternity. They're asking for damages and are demanding the case be heard by a jury. Meanwhile, Rymir and Lily also recently sat down with Tasha K and confirmed that Wanda was around 15 or 16 and Jay-Z was 22 when she got pregnant. Rymir explained that when he first filed the paternity suit, the court tried to dismiss it by saying that whoever was listed on the birth certificate must be his dad. But Rymir got a DNA test with the man he was told was his father, and the results showed he was not the one.
I'm not a lawyer. They try to use all type of things, res judicata and all type of things to say, hey, whoever was on his birth certificate, that was the, you know what I mean? That was the dad. And that's not how the courts work. So we did everything we had to do to, show them that wasn't. The person I was calling my pop took the DNA test. It was straight out there. Only other name was Jay-Z. He basically just sawed it and skedaddle. They try to use all this craziness to hold the case up, and I'm like, well, damn, if this was anybody else, I'm like, all right, the first 2 years.
They would have ordered them by now. They do that. Especially, hey, take the test. Hell, in most cases, you can start drawing child support without a goddamn paternity. It makes them want to come do it.
And then Rymir made a solid point, saying that if the court really thought he was lying, they could have just thrown out the case for good instead of letting it drag on and waste everyone's time and money with all the repeated filings. He also stressed that he's not after Jay-Z's money. His fight is all about getting the due process he deserves and making sure no one gets messed over by the court system. And to wrap it up, Rymir said that if Jay-Z isn't his dad, he's ready to publicly apologize.
But
So the fact
that's
that...
what I'm saying. I wasn't no lawyer, so, I really ain't fully get into it. And it wasn't ever about bashing him or making him look crazy. But at this point, bro, it's like they don't even want to get done with. If it was anything, if y'all felt like we was lying, why y'all ain't dismiss the case with prejudice? Why do y'all keep having us come in there and file and pay all this money and keep filing for years? Why? If y'all didn't see anything wrong with the case, why is it not over? Why is it like y'all just keep letting somebody file it again, or do it this way, or do it in this state? And like, come on,
I want to know this.
That's why they say I'm chasing. It's not about chasing. It's about disrespect. Everybody should have respect in court. Everybody should get fair due process. Should nobody go in court and get played with. We men at the end of the day, there's no hard feelings against you. Don't think somebody come listen. You can, if it's true, it's true. If it's not, you could have been got this shit done with. But the only thing I'm asking is, I don't want no money from you. If you don't want to have that relationship, if it was true, that's just on you. I'm just showing you that I'm fighting for what I believe in is right, and I want all the kids and everyone that come behind me. If you missing the parents, it's all about. Sometimes that's all you need to know. Your parents says you don't need nothing from them. It close the book. It just helped me, go on with my life and just be straight. That's not like I'm looking for anything, looking for you to bring me up where you at or bring me with your family and all. I still got my own family, but I just want you to be like, just think about it. Like, we could have got this, over with, and through all it, I still respect you, even though I might not like you. I respect everybody.
I was gonna say, how do you view him now?
And it's like, and when I say I don't like you, it's not even it's just that I feel like, y'all sit at the top and y'all forgot where y'all came from, and sometimes you got to bring yourself down to the bottom. You can't sit at the top and think all these, I'm rich and all that, and if I go to court, this would affect this, and sometimes you just got to get it over with. If you believe this wasn't true, it would have been over with, And for you to let me just sit here and after all this, my mom passed away, and I'm not saying you physically, but dragging us to court and all that, not taking care of the problem, it's just, you let it happen. So it's like, you could have got this over with. If it wasn't true, we could have, I would apologize. I apologize in front of the world. Hey, it could have been done, but obviously it's something you hide, and I just want you to say, man, have that respect. Have that respect. It's just respect, more respect. I don't hate you. I don't hate nothing you doing. I don't hate your family. I don't hate Beyonce, none of them. It's just, if it's true and if you can fix the problem, fix the problem. That's all I'm asking, because obviously these courts is not going to fix the problem. I don't know if you doing anything with them.
Money, shit.
I don't know if I don't know if you sliding somebody a check underneath or y'all, whatever y'all doing, but fix the problem, because I don't want people to view me as I'm crazy or I'm chasing Jay-Z, this 30-year-old ass man chasing. That's not what it is. Like, I love the world. I go camping, I go fishing. I love my kids. Love life. So it's like, disrespect me. I got a lot of shit going on with my brand as far as that's about to be coming up, far as this new things we trying to try. Like, you know, I'm trying to open programs. I could take the kids out, nature stuff, do different things with them. So it's not like I'm really looking to hurt nobody or do nothing crazy.
Your life has purpose.
Yeah, my life got purpose. And I just, listen, regardless of the case getting finished or not, this could be going on for 20 years. I'm still going to live my life. And I just hope that, you know, hope that if you watching this, man, let's get this over with. I'm not want to talk this.
So it seems like this whole situation with Rymir, Jay-Z, and all this legal drama is far from over. And with Rymir now filing a new lawsuit accusing the court system of working with Jay-Z to throw out his case, things are about to get even messier. Besides that, it's hard to ignore the disturbing pattern of Jay-Z's past when it comes to allegations involving much younger women. Whether it's Rymir's mom, Foxy Brown, Beyonce, the list goes on. So you really can't help but wonder how many others might have been silenced before they got a chance to speak on Jay-Z. How do you feel about this whole situation with Rymir and his battle against the legal system? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and make sure you don't miss out on this next video.